John sits quiet under neon skies, worried thoughts with cybernetic eyes. Jerri West steps in, the case unfolds, two-way islands where secrets hold. Genetically spliced, hearts beat in sync, in paradise where wealth doesn't blink. Tijuan roars, shaking the ground, and mysteries of the mind are found. Beatleclones sing in perfect tune under a harsh electric moon. Jerry's path through waves so bright, John's dreams lost in synthetic night. Deep in labs of chrome and light, genes rewritten, changing sight. Jerry prowls with stealth and grace, bringing shadows into place. Rich paradise, it's no mistake. Every step risk, what's at stake. John's hologram glows in fright. Jerry fights to make things right. Beatleclones sing in perfect tune under a harsh electric moon. Jerry's path through waves so bright, John's dreams lost in synthetic night. Deep in labs of chrome and light, genes rewritten, changing sight. Jerry prowls with stealth and grace, bringing shadows into place. Rich paradise is no mistake. Every step risk, what's at stake. John's hologram glows in fright. Jerry fights to make things right. Jerry fights to make things right in sight. Jerry fights to make things right.
During the 21st century, selective breeding improved for humans. Then, genetically modified organism. Cats and dogs became a normality. A cat that spoke English and a dog that spoke French were the first educated GMOs. About 100 years ago, humans began toying with their own DNA and adding mammal DNA into their offspring. Today, most GMO humans are contributing members of society, or at least we try to be.
Want one, Jerry? I'm buying.
Captain Anthony Teagan asked. He put the silver Amero coins into the slot. His glass of ocean spray wine fell into the tray. I pointed to the Adams Ale, and a bottle dropped. He doesn't buy me a drink unless he has bad news. What's the occasion? I asked.
I need you to do a small breed investigation. Do you know Apple Records?
They are the people who resurrected the Beatles from their DNA. Band on the Run is their top Billboard song currently. What's the angle? I asked.
They just moved to the Wave Pulse Islands, so they are in Orange Angeles jurisdiction. This week is the big 300th anniversary of the Billboard record. They are almost as famous as the originals, swimming in gold bars, but security keeps them protected. The PR guy reported that John Beatle is having flashbacks, claiming someone is going to shoot him.
Tony explained. That's not normal behavior for a clone. Has he been neuroed?
The docs cleared him for the move. John seems to be afraid to go to the 300th party. It is a public event, And there will be stalkers there. We got a list. I want you to go there. Check the security, go over the list with John and Myers, and hang around until after the party, just so if anything goes zippo, I can cover my ass.
Tony claimed, but he sounded worried. I went down to the people mover on the first floor. I stepped in. I netzed the older Beatles songs, their biographies, their movies, and interviews they'd given. Then netzed the new boys' low data, everything public and security related about them, as well as the list of stalker suspects. Out in the Wave Pulse Islands, the sunlight startled me. The Wave Pulse Islands was home to the very rich and famous. A tall guy with dark spots covering his skin was waiting for me.
Tony tells me you're part foxhound. Your hair is gorgeous. Do you mind?
That had to be the point. 35% Jaguar, Myers. He lifted my curls to his nose and sniffed approvingly.
Let Paul smell your hair. He can write 3 songs from that.
He claimed. I looked around. The rich thought their floating city was the best place on earth. We stepped onto a limo and floated to the Apple Records estate. 5 stories, apple green in color, a small fortress. I got through the first 2 security checks, then a room full of guard dogs. I knelt and said hello. They uploaded a security handshake so that I wouldn't need re-screening. Then I met the boys, about 24-ish, Irish Islands shaved heads, Celtic runes all over Ringo's scalp. Paul got his sniff. John just looked haunted. Myers took me to a conference room. He spoke first.
Our 2 main suspects who might be violent are David, the musician, former SAS, Irish war hero. Then there is Cortez, homeless, and there isn't a lot known about him, just stalks every celebrity in Orange Angeles. The others have some arrests, but none involving violence. What do you think?
He'd given me the tone that I wouldn't know anything about protective service. I answered, "You've missed my number 1 suspect. 290 years ago, they blamed Yoko for breaking up the band. There's Bill Ono. His Tokyo high school counselor claimed he didn't fit in. Parents sent him here for college at Berkeley. He's at Grauman's, and they cleared him for work during the event. He could have hidden a weapon anywhere, maybe even a bomb. I agree with David, since he might have affinity for Lennon's shooter Mark David Chapman. I think we intercept these 2. We'll be ahead of the curve on this." It was both of them. David had a gun. Ono had placed an anti-person drone in a vent. I walked back into Tony's office and claimed, ass covered. I'm on leave. I spent it with the off-duty dogs at Apple and watched the Beatleclones record Revolution. It went number 1 for 4 months.